Hi, I'm Bob Richardson with the Columbia Basin Herald. I'm here with Dave Campbell and Scott Kilpatrick, and we're here for the Samaritan Healthcare Turkey Drive. How long has the turkey drive been going on, Dave?
This is our 12th year doing the turkey drive here in Moses Lake. And, yeah, it's a great event.
12 years. And everything that we're collecting today goes to the food bank. And Scott, you obviously being at the food bank every day, you know the need in the community. Have you seen a rise in the need?
There's the numbers have leveled off as far as the number of families that we're serving over the past year, but those same families are coming in more often to get food. So the need of the families is deeper, is how we interpret that. I think we've maxed out, hopefully, on the number of families, which is roughly 4,200 families are using the food bank services in a given year.
In a given year. Wow. We all consider ourselves to be in a small town, and being in a small town, you wouldn't think that there was that kind of need. But with that need, how are you, I know that this is a great time of the year to collect food and to get more help. How are you guys offsetting that throughout the slower times of the year? Is there anything that you guys are doing to kind of help bring in extra food at that time of the year, say in the summer and so forth?
Right. The summertime for us works out really good.
Okay.
Living in an area that produces so much food, and the local manufacturers of food products are they donate quite widely to us, and so that carries us through the summer. But the winter months, we don't have that same accessibility of fresh produce. So that's why this food drive is so important during the winter months, because it helps us tremendously to get through the leaner times at the food bank.
So there is a need year-round, and of course, we all think that everybody's going to give this time of the year, but it is a little more difficult because of the area we live in. So making sure that you come down here today, which is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and you donate between 10 and 6 will help the food bank. And that's why we're here. We want the community to be a part of this, and we need your help.
Yep. And we try to make it as easy as we can on anybody that would like to donate. We collect pretty much any food. We really would like frozen turkeys primarily, but if people want to help us out with canned goods, etc., we do these free bags of food. Make it very convenient for people. They're $10 a bag. And inside the bag, we work with the food bank each year to determine what food they need as opposed to what we think they might want. And where it started out being more of like what we would have for a Thanksgiving meal is really moved into, okay, what are the foods that people really need? So this year we've got 5 cans of vegetable beef soup in each bag. There's 4 cans of green beans, 2 cans of chicken broth, and that comes up to $10 when people buy them. So we have actually brought in 200 cases of canned goods just to do these pre-bags each day of the 3 days, and each year all the bags sell. So that makes it very convenient for somebody to pick one of these up. They take it to the check stand with the rest of their groceries, and they get it charged. And we also do take cash. People say, it's much more convenient. How about if I just give you some cash? And this year we've been very fortunate. We've already collected just over $7,000 has been donated by the community, and included in that is the medical staff at the hospital donated $2,500 in the name of the employees of the hospital to the food drive, because they see it as a very, very needed service in the community.
That's awesome. I mean, $7,000, and we're in the first 3 hours.
Yeah,
we're at first 3 hours. That's amazing. With everything that Samaritan's doing, have you guys kind of given a little competition nudge to say Moses Lake Clinic? Moses Lake Clinic, how about you guys? What have you guys donated to the cause? I know that's probably a little passe, but hey.
Challenges are good.
Moses Lake Clinic, come on down. Moses Lake Community Health. Well, I mean, there's 2 clinics that they've got a lot of employees. I bet you guys could do that. Let's see if you can match this $7,000 that Samaritan Healthcare's come up with. Just a friendly challenge, a happy Thanksgiving challenge. We can do this. You can do this. Let's be a community and let's all pitch in.
One of the things I'd like to add is just the moral, not moral, but uplifting effect of this food drive on our clients. And you have to understand that these families are struggling to put food on the table, and that's what we do. We supplement that throughout the year. But the prospect of them being able to afford a Thanksgiving meal, and when probably half of the family members that we service are elderly people and children, and so to know that they're going to get a Thanksgiving meal for their families just really encourages them, and it's just a sight to behold when they get their basket of food and they can see that, and it's one less pressure that they have, and to see the little kids get so happy, and the mothers could just see the relief come over their faces. And so of anything that this food drive does at Thanksgiving, it lifts a lot of spirits of people that are just really, really struggling. And we're so appreciative to Samaritan Healthcare to do it, and to Safeway as well.
Yeah, what a great feeling. We all are looking for that one thing to do at the holidays. I know that Thanksgiving's the first, and then we've got Christmas after that. But let's worry about Thanksgiving. Let's give our part right now. It's very simple. Dave and his crew we've made the bags up for you. Turkeys are easy to grab. They're a little cold, so grab a cart, and you can get a real big one if you want. We're okay with that too. But just come on down, help us out. If you're watching this on Northland Cable, we're going to be running this thing all through the weekend, but after the weekend this thing isn't over. We can bring food down to the food bank. Let's get them started for Christmas. Let's get them started for the next holiday, and help get them through the winter. So, you know, being that Thanksgiving's next week, it's not when we need to stop. We can, you know, whether it's one can or a case. I don't care what you bring down. If you have $1 or $20, bring it down. These guys can use it. They'll put it to good use for the people that need it, and you're going to feel great about yourself for doing it.
One of my favorite stories over the years of the turkey drive here for the past 11 years that we've done it is I was down here moving food out at the top of the hour one day, and there was a woman that came up, and I didn't know her by name, but I recognized her from a business in town. I knew she'd worked there a long time, and she wanted to talk to me, and so she wanted to step outside where it was quieter, and she was just trembling.
Okay.
And she said that her family had fallen on hard times over the last couple of years, and they had to rely on the food bank for support for about a 6-month period, and she was so appreciative of having that backup, that safety net for her. And then about that time she pulled a $100 bill out of her pocket, and she was just shaking, and to her it seemed like that was probably like $10,000, but she wanted to give back to the food bank that was there to help their family, and she donated that $100, which again, the food bank takes all the cash that we raise and they use it to buy more food that they need to give out to local families. So a great way for us to be inspired to do this drive.
Scott, why is this turkey drive so successful? What has made this thing grow year after year and get more involvement from the community?
Well, that's a good question, Bob, and I think Scott would say that this is the largest community food drive that they have for the food bank, and one of the reasons it's so successful for us is our sponsors. We partner with Columbia Basin Herald that provides us a bunch of display ads, KDRM Radio that provides us a lot of radio ads, Signs Now provides our banners, all our signage, as well as Safeway here that allows us to solicit food at their store over this 3 days. And because of the partnerships with those sponsors, that's what makes this food drive successful. If we didn't have the advertising in the newspaper or the radio advertising or the banners, it wouldn't get that share of mind that you need to get people to be looking forward to coming down here and supporting the food drive. So a lot of people who come in during this 3 days, they already know about the food drive. They come down here specifically to do this food drive and say, yep, we're here, we're going to buy our 2 bags and our turkey, etc., and donate it to the food bank. So I think that's the big success. We talked about the $10 bags. We'll go through over 400 of those over the 3 days, and it's almost 5,000 cans of canned goods in those 430 some bags that we're going to be pre-bagging. We pre-bag a third of them each day in the morning before we get started, and like I say, we've learned a little something each year on how to make it better, and combination of the ability to get the turkeys, and especially for the food bank to have a truck out here with a lift gate on it to make it easy for us to load all this food up, because it's a huge undertaking And if we were just collecting food at the door and didn't have a way to manage it, it wouldn't be successful that way either. So the food bank brings down their truck. We load it up all day. They bring a volunteer down at 6 o'clock, drives it to the food bank. They unload the pallets, put empty pallets back on it with the totes, bring it back down the next morning. We load it up again.
That's awesome. At the food bank, how many volunteers do you have to help you unload and stock all of that stuff and get those baskets ready for the Thanksgiving rush, I guess you would call it, next week?
We've got a parking lot crew because we'll be doing a drive-through. We'll probably have 750 cars go through on Monday. We've got a parking lot crew of 20 different, mainly insurance agents in town, different insurance agents. They've all combined together. We've got 7 Job Corps students that'll be coming on Monday. We have a volunteer base of probably 20 people that they're at the food bank all the time, and then we have other community workers and different program workers. So probably on Monday we expect to have about 50 people there, and which will continue on Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday and Wednesday will not be drive-through because about half the 1,600 meals we're going to give out occurs on Monday. And then we'll just do it our normal way inside of our lobby after that. But we have a lot of help in this community. It's a very giving community in Moses Lake. People want to help, they want to get involved, and that's one of the things that helps Dave and Samaritan Healthcare do their job, is because if the people wouldn't give, it wouldn't matter what you would do. Moses Lake cares about their people. We are a community, and you see that spirit, and we're so thankful for that.
You guys have been working for a few hours now. What do you say we run out to the truck and see how much food we've collected today? For any event to be successful, you've got to have your sponsors. And first and foremost, we'd love to thank Samaritan Healthcare, Safeway Foods here on Pioneer Way in Moses Lake. We'd like to thank KDRM KBSN. We'd like to thank Signs Now for the signage. We'd like to thank the Columbia Basin Herald. And new this year is Northland Cable, who is donating space on their TV channel so that we can air this and keep the drive going for a week. On these t-shirts, these lovely t-shirts that are designed here, we also have these sponsors. We have SGL BMW, we have Basic American Foods, we have Washington Trust Bank, Purple Coyote Printers out of Ephrata, Washington, Sutter, Kunkel & Thompson CPAs, we have Jay's Teriyaki, we have Moses Lake Iron and Metal, Hochstetter Electric, Furniture West, Levi's Car Quest Auto Parts, we have Central Washington Concrete, Skoggs Ace Hardware, Columbia Basin Cabinets, and Crown Moving, the Mayflower company here in town. And without their help, this would be a little more difficult to accomplish and be as successful as these guys are. And I personally would like to thank both of you for taking the initiative and the time, and in your 12th year of making this a success. I thank you.
Thank you,
the community thanks you guys. It's up to Moses Lake. It's up to the community here. It's up to you businesses. Donate, make this a lot easier on the food bank. Let's get so much food that we're able to carry some of this over into the Christmas season as well. Thank you. We appreciate your time, and happy Thanksgiving.
Yep. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
We here at the Columbia Basin Herald, we're also pitching in. We're buying our bags of food. I challenge any business out there to come down here, buy your bags, contribute to the cause, and you'll be feeling great for the holiday season.